Can you lose weight by only focusing on the amount of calories you eat? Yes, you can, and I've done it many times throughout my life as someone who has struggled with being overweight. But there's a really big difference between just losing weight and being able to keep it off, and losing body fat versus losing muscle. I had to figure out the hard way that only counting calories misses the mark on a few things, which is why I yo-yo dieted for over 10 years, which was exhausting. In this video, we'll cover what you need to understand about macros and their relationship with calories, and then we'll set up your own macros for your personal fat loss goals. Now, this has worked for me and my online clients over the past 7 years of being a full-time online nutrition and strength coach, so I know if you follow through on this, it will work for you as well. Okay, so there are two things you need to understand first. So let's quickly simplify calories and macros so you know the difference between them. The main macronutrients, or macros for short, are protein, carbs, and fats. Now, this is the relationship between calories and macros. And I want you to think of calories as a dollar. And macros are like coins. I don't have dollar bills or coins right now, so I'm gonna throw them on screen so we can visualize the relationship between them. So $1 can be made up of a different combination of coins. It could be 4 quarters, it could also be 10 dimes, it could be 100 pennies, but at the end of the day, you still end up with $1. And when we have, let's say, 1,000 calories, you could have 1,000 calories worth of potato chips or 1,000 calories worth of chicken breast. The calories are going to be the same, but the macronutrient breakdown of those meals are going to be different, which will impact fat loss and health. And so you taking the time to learn and understand the composition of the calories that you eat will make weight loss and maintenance so much easier. Now, macros matter. This video isn't going to be a deep dive on them. I'm just going to briefly give you the main jobs and benefits of each of them and their role in fat loss. Number one is protein. That's going to reduce your hunger, reduce your cravings, and help you keep your muscle mass as you lose weight, which is important if you want to keep a specific shape to your body. Carbs, they're going to be for better energy, better performance in the gym or your workouts, and fats are important for hormone health, brain health, and things like joints. The acceptable macronutrient distribution ranges for adults, which are set by the Food and Nutrition Board of the Institute of Medicine, are as follows. They recommend that your protein intake take about 10 to 35% of your total calories. There's actually a study that I'll leave linked down in the description that shows that going from 15% to 30% of your total energy intake coming from protein resulted in a spontaneous drop of energy intake by about 441 calories a day, meaning that this one change alone led to them eating 441 calories less without even having to think about it because of its effect on hunger and craving management like we just mentioned. So the more protein you eat, the less calories you eat naturally. So carbs are recommended to take up about 45 to 65% of your total calories. This is going to be the macro that's the most flexible. We'll go over why that is a little bit later. And fats are recommended to be 20 to 35% of your total calories. Now, do not dip below 20%, especially for women, because women need more dietary fat compared to men because it is essential for things like a healthy brain function and healthy hormones. Okay, let's go ahead and actually walk through the process of calculating your own macros. This is gonna be step 1 of 2, is to find your total calories or your calorie deficit. If you don't have that yet, just Google TDEE calculator. I'll leave a link down in the description, and then you would subtract 500 calories from the maintenance calories that it gives you, and that will be your calorie deficit. For the sake of this walkthrough, we'll use my current calories and macros as the example since I'm about 9 weeks into a fat loss phase as I get down to 12% body fat. This is where I started. This is me currently. If you would be interested in seeing me kind of document the process going forward, let me know down in the comments. If I get enough interest, I'll do it. And I think it's important to mention something before we actually walk through the breakdown of figuring out all of this for yourself. We are here for fat loss, right? So you'll notice that my macro split is on the higher end of protein. And that's what I recommend for fat loss specifically. Like we talked about earlier, a higher protein intake can help you eat less calories, thus making weight loss and maintenance easier, naturally. And a higher protein intake will also help you keep more muscle as you lose body fat, so you don't end up just skinny with no shape like me the first time I lost a bunch of weight. through eating very, very low calories and just doing a HIIT program called Insanity every day. But that was a long time ago. When you're not in a calorie deficit, your macros can shift to a little bit less protein and more carbs because you're less likely to break down muscle for energy when you're not in a calorie deficit. So just keep that in mind. And with that being said, protein taking up slightly higher percentage of my total calories, I pulled that away from carbs. Like we talked about, this is the macro that's the most flexible. There are a few reasons why I did this over pulling from the dietary fats. And the first and maybe the most important is that it's just much more enjoyable for me. If my fat intake were lower, my food options would be more limited. I naturally like fattier foods, even when I'm not dieting. So I wanted to keep that a little bit higher. The second thing is that carbs are actually non-essential, meaning the human body doesn't require you to eat them in order to survive. Because believe it or not, you actually create your own glucose, which is what carbs break down to in the body. Compared that to protein and fats, those are essential, meaning we have to eat them in order for us to get that nutrients or those nutrients for our health. Okay, let's bust out a pen and paper and walk through this together. I'm old school, so I like doing it this way. You could also just have AI do all the calculations for you. You just give it your percentages and your calorie goal, or if you want someone to do all of the thinking for you, not just with your nutrition, but with your training as well, so you don't have to take on that mental and physical burden of figuring all of this out on your own, go and click the first link in the description to apply to work with me one-on-one. So you don't have to stress yourself out about knowing what to do or where to even get started, and you get some extra accountability and support on your journey to reach your fat loss and health goals. Okay, so step number 2 of this whole process is to find out how many calories you have for each macro respectively, given their percentages. So at the top is my macro split, like we talked about a little bit earlier. So my calorie deficit is 2,100 calories. Don't just take my numbers and run with it. That's why we're doing this walkthrough. So we have to find out how many calories we're gonna have for each of these macros, and how we're gonna do that is we're gonna take our calories and we're gonna find 35% of that. So the formula or the equation would be, and I know math, I hate math too, don't worry, but this will be simple enough and as we walk through it. So 2,100 times 0.35, which is 35%, that will give us 735 calories. Now we just repeat that for the other 2 macros. So this one, we need 40%. So we're gonna multiply that by 0.4. And that is going to give us 840 calories. Repeat this is 25%, so we're gonna do times 0.25, and that's gonna give us 525 calories. Now we go to step 2.5, which is now that we have our calories, we have to convert the calories into grams. And to do that, you need to know that in 1 gram of protein, there are 4 calories. In 1 gram of carbs, there are also 4 calories. And in 1 gram of fat, there are 9 calories. So now we have to take our calories that we got for each macro in step 2 and then divide them by how many calories are in 1 gram of that macro. And this will help us find how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs, and how many grams of fats that you need to eat. So what we're gonna do is take our calories for protein and then divide that by 4 calories. And that is gonna give us 184 grams of protein. Now we're gonna repeat the same. We take 840, divide that by 4, and that is gonna give us 210 grams of carbs. Now lastly, same thing for fats. We're gonna take our calories, divide that by 9 this time, and that is going to give us 58 grams of fat. So these are our macros. And there you have it, your daily macro targets. If you hit those targets, you can be sure that you're also hitting your calorie targets. And to tie it back to what we talked about at the very beginning of this video, the opposite isn't true. You can hit your calories, but the macro makeup can be totally off, which may lead to fat loss being way harder for you. If you thought that this was helpful, please let me know down in the comments. If you think I sucked at explaining this concept, let me know down in the comments as well. I'm always looking to get better and improve so I can give you the best information. And YouTube thinks you might like this video as well, so go check it out. I'll see you over there.